Welcome to Legion Builds, where I guide you on how to bring fictional characters into Dungeons & Dragons. This video and all my content is made possible by my Patreon supporters, and it's dedicated to every one of you who subscribes to my channel. Thank you all so much. We're quickly approaching Halloween, like only a few days away, so let's bring in Halloween's biggest fan. From the movie Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, the founder of Silver Shamrock, Conal Cochran. To the public, Conal Cochran is the ultimate practical joker and lover of a good laugh. A man who has transformed a small broken town into a thriving business community that brings joy to children. Yeah, at this point you should have figured out that's just a lie. Cochran is a sociopathic, sadistic genius who worships ancient gods of a forgotten age. He carries a grudge against the modern age that sees Halloween as a night of fun and candy, and not a night of violence and sacrifice. Cochran is a natural-born genius who is capable of inventing amazing pieces of technology, such as clockwork soldiers that obey his every command. He is also a master of ancient magic that allows him to summon dangerous beasts and kill those who cross him. The scariest aspect of all of this is Cochran has discovered a way to merge technology and magic together, to perform a massive ritual that will allow Cochran to kill millions as the greatest sacrifice and bring forth the ancient darkness. Yeah, this is probably one of the most monstrous characters I've ever done. For today's build, we'll be using the Player's Handbook, Xanathar's Guide to Everything, and Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. We're using standard point array to make things simple for you, and we are multi-classing, so keep an eye on stat minimums. We'll start things off with intelligence at 15. You figured out robotic, this is D&D, constructs well before anyone else could figure it out. Wisdom comes in at 14. You might be insane, but you know how to read people perfectly. I'll just say this is probably because you studied human behavior so much, so your constructs are indistinguishable from humans. Charisma flies in at 13. Everyone loves you and has absolutely no clue you're a monster. Con will be a 12. No actual reason for this because we have no actual understanding of your physical capabilities. We'll be making your dex 10 and we're dumping strength. You have constructs to do your bidding, so who needs strength? Cochran is a human. Varying human grants a free feat and skill with your stat increase. Place +1 into intelligence and charisma. For your feat, Prodigy, which is a human-only feat found in Xanathar's Guide, grants you a skill of your choice. Take Insight. You also gain double your proficiency bonus to one skill you have, which you currently only have one, and frankly, you're good at reading people, so yeah, put this into Insight. For your free skill, take Nature. For background, grab the skills Deception and Persuasion. Level 1 Druids begin with 2 skills. Take Arcana and Religion. Druidic is a magical language that only Druids can speak. With this, you can create hidden messages for other Druids, but a successful DC 15 perception check can find it, but they still can't read it unless they're a Druid. Spellcasting grants you the ability to cast spells. You prepare a list of spells equal to your Wisdom modifier plus Druid level. If you don't know, Druid spellcasting modifier is Wisdom. This will be important later on. So right now, you're starting off with 2 cantrips and 3 first level spells. For your spells, Infestation allows you to summon a small cloud of parasites around someone within 30 feet that you can see. The target must make a con save or take 1d6 poison damage and then moves 5 feet randomly. Mending lets you repair a single break or tear on an object you touch. Charm Person lets you charm one humanoid within 30 feet, forcing a wisdom save. Should they fail, they now see you as a friend for 1 hour, but will know you charm them after the spell ends. Don't worry about that though. As a general rule, you'll probably be killing them around the point when this spell ends. Cure Wounds heals 1d8 plus your Wisdom modifier. You get 1 more spell, take what you want. Level 2 Druids gain their subclass. Circle of Stars, found in Tasha's, allows you to summon strength from the ancient secrets of stars. This will make sense in a second. Star Map allows you to create a star map that allows you to study omens. This map is now your Druidic spellcasting focus and grants you 2 spells. For those spells, Guidance allows you to touch a willing creature, including yourself, and add 1d4 to one skill check within 1 minute while you maintain the spell. Guiding Bolt fires a beam of light out to 120 feet, dealing 4d 2d6 radiant damage on a hit, and the creature you hit begins to glow. The next attack against the creature before the end of your next turn is at advantage. The star map allows you to cast Guiding Bolt without a spell slot a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus between long rests. Starry Form allows you to take on the power of the stars themselves. With a bonus action, you can expend the use of one wild shape, I'll explain that in a second, to begin to glow. You see where this is going, right? Well, you probably do if you actually have watched the movie. If not, go watch the movie. You shed light in a 10-foot radius and dim light in an additional 10-foot radius, and this form lasts for 10 minutes. It ends early. If you dismiss it, you are incapacitated, die, or use this feature again. When you assume this form, you choose additional benefits you gain from the form of a constellation. Archer grants you a ranged spell attack you use with a bonus action that targets one creature within 60 feet and deals 1d8 plus wisdom and radiant damage. Chalice improves your healing magic. Now when you cast a spell that heals you or another creature, you or the other creature within 30 feet regain 1d8 plus wisdom and HP. Dragon improves your intelligence and wisdom checks, as well as con saves made to maintain spells, by treating rolls of 9 as a 10 instead. Okay, for you who don't know this movie, the hero of the story activates Cochran's dark tech in an attempt to kill him. While all of Cochran's constructs are destroyed, violently I might add, Cochran begins to glow with an unearthly light before vanishing completely. In an early draft of the story, it's hinted that this wasn't Cochran's death, but his rebirth into something else. Seriously, give the movie a watch if you haven't. It was ahead of its time, but just had poor publicity. Probably shouldn't have called it Halloween 3, should have just called it Halloween Season of the Witch. Wild Shape is something I want you to ignore as it doesn't fit this build, and Starry Form is better for you. You have two uses of this feature between short or long rests, and this allows you to turn into an animal with limitations. I'm not going to talk about those though, because they don't matter. A druid is more than Wild Shape. For your new spell, take what you want, we're good for first level spells. Okay, time for some machines. Level 1 artificers found in Tasha's start off with magical tinkering. This lets you imbue a tiny non-magical item with a magical property, such as sound, smell, light, or simple image. You can imbue a number of items equal to your intelligence modifier. Good for a practical joke. Spellcasting makes you a half-caster, which means you will learn spells slower and not past a certain level. You will also be using your intelligence modifier instead of your wisdom for these spells. You'll need to grab your player's handbook and turn to page 164 for a breakdown on how many spell slots you get. You gain a number of spells equal to half your artificer level round down plus your intelligence modifier, so you're going to be starting off with 2 cantrips and 4 first level spells. For your spells, resistance is similar to guidance but now adds a d4 to 1 saving throw while you maintain the spell for 1 minute. Light imbues magical light onto one object you touch for 1 hour, shedding bright light out to a 20-foot radius and dim light out to another 20 feet. False life grants you 1d4 plus 4 temporary hit points for 1 hour, and when you gain higher spell levels, you can upcast this to add 5 temporary HP per level. Alarm allows you to create a 20-foot cube zone that you can designate who can pass through for 8 hours. If you are within 1 mile of the cube, you will be alerted when someone passes through it that you did not designate, and if you are asleep, it automatically awakes you. You can also add a sound to this if you want, or keep it silent. Detect Magic allows you to see what magic schools something is being affected by for 10 minutes while you maintain the spell. This will not tell you what the spell or magic item is, just what the school is with an action. If you want to know what it is, you need another spell, which we'll give you right now. Identify allows you to know what spell is affecting an item or person, or what a magic item is by touching it. You will learn all the information on it, but this takes 1 minute to cast. Level 2 artificers receive infused items. This lets you turn non-magical items into magical ones. You learn 4 at this level, but you only have enough power for 2 to be active. For these infusions, Homunculus Servant creates a tiny clockwork servant by touching a gem or crystal worth 100 gold. This servant obeys all your commands, and you can cast spells with a range of touch through it with its reaction while it is within 120 feet of you. And you can use your bonus action to have it attack with a ranged spell attack that deals 1d4 plus your proficiency bonus and force damage. You'll want to save your bonus action, just stick this little guy with someone who needs to stay up and heal them, like someone who will be showing up next level. Speaking of healing, you can heal this homunculus by casting Mending on it, healing 2d6 HP. Mind Sharpener is a set of robes or cloaks and jackets. In my games, not everyone wears robes, that helps you maintain spells. It has 4 charges, and when you fail a con save to maintain a spell, you can instead expend 1 charge and succeed on the save. You regain 1d4 charges daily at dawn. Level 3 Artificers now have their subclass. Battlesmith, also found in Tasha's, gives you more friends. Steel Defender gives you a construct to serve in battle. The construct is a medium-sized creature that takes on the form of your choosing and can appear humanoid. In battle, you can command it with a bonus action to attack your foes to deal 1d8 plus your proficiency bonus in force damage. It can also use an action to heal itself 3 times a day by 2d8 plus your proficiency bonus, and Mending can heal it 2d6. It has its own stats and whatnot, but you can look those up for yourself. Keep them close as a bodyguard and keep your homunculus with them to heal them when it can't heal itself. Battle Ready gives you proficiency in all martial weapons, and when wielding a magical weapon, you can use your intelligence for attack and damage. Battlesmith spells are spells you always have prepared. For those spells, Shield adds +5 to your AC with a reaction and auto stops magic missile. Heroism lets you imbue bravery on a willing creature you touch. That creature is now immune to being frightened and gains temporary HP equal to your intelligence modifier at the start of each of its turns while you maintain the spell for 1 minute. Your character level 5 now, Infestation, now does 2d6 poison damage. Level 3 Druids gain 2nd level spells. For your spell, Summon Beast brings forth a small bestial spirit to fight for you for 1 hour while you maintain the spell. When you summon them, they take on a form of your choosing that corresponds with the chosen environment, which is air, land, or water. Each form grants different abilities. It can attack a total number of times equal to what level you casted this at and obeys every command. Level 4 Druids earn our first ability score improvement, Bump Up Intelligence. For your new spells, Hold Person forces a wisdom save on a humanoid within 60 feet, and should they fail, they are now paralyzed for 1 minute while you maintain the spell. You also get a new cantrip, Have Fun Choosing. Level 5 Druids receive 3rd level spells. For your spell, Conjure Animal summons Fey spirits to take on the form of beasts and fight for you. When you cast this spell, you decide what the form the Fey take and how many you summon. You can summon 1 beast of CR 2 or lower, 2 beasts of CR 1 or lower, 4 beasts of CR half or lower, or 8 beasts of CR quarter or lower. You love poisonous snakes, so have a little fun with them. Level 6 Circle of the Stars Druids have Cosmic Omen. Now, when you finish a long rest, you can consult your star map and roll any dice. Until you finish your next long rest, when you see a creature within 30 feet of you make an attack roll, skill check, or saving throw, you can use your reaction to do something depending on the roll you made. If the number is even, you can add a d6 to the roll. If the number was odd, you can subtract a d6 from the roll. You can do this reaction a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus between long rests. For your new spell, take what you want. Level 4 Artificers earn another ability score improvement, this time Bump Up Wisdom. For your new spell, take what you want. We're good on 1st level Artificer spells, and remember, your intelligence is now 18, so you get to prepare more spells. Level 5 Battlesmith Artificers gain extra attack. You can now attack twice with a single attack action, which you will not use as you don't attack, you have lackeys that do that for you. You also gain 2nd level spells. For your Battlesmith spells, Warding Bond creates a connection between you and a willing creature for 1 hour. If the creature is within 60 feet of you, they gain +1 to their AC and saving throws and have resistance to all damage. The downside to this spell is when the warded creature takes damage, so do you. If you or the warded creature drops to 0, the spell ends. Branding Smite adds 2d6 radiant damage to your next weapon attack and highlights the creature in light for 1 minute while you maintain the spell. Your character level 11 now, Infestation, now does 3d6 poison damage. Level 6 Artificers receive Tool Expertise. Now, anytime you use a tool that you are proficient with, you double the proficiency bonus to those tools. For your new Infusion, Spell Refueling Ring lets you recover a used spell slot as an action that is 3rd level or lower once per day. For your new spell, take what you want. There are a lot of spells that Cochran would use in a heartbeat, and I can't decide. Seriously, you can have a lot of fun with this build. Level 7 druids now have 4th level spells. For your new spell, Giant Insect lets you transform up to 10 centipedes, 3 spiders, 5 wasps, or 1 scorpion into giant versions of themselves for 10 minutes while you maintain this spell. Hey look, your wisdom has gone up, you get another spell. Blight unleashes a wave of death over 1 creature within 30 feet of you, forcing a con save. They take 8d8 necrotic damage on a failure. Level 8 druids earn another ability score improvement, Cap Off Intelligence. For your new spell, take whatever you want. We need next level. Level 9 druids gain 5th level spells. For your new spell, Insect Plague unleashes a swarm of insects that fill a 20-foot radius sphere within 300 feet while you maintain this spell. Any creature within the sphere must make a con save or take 4d10 piercing damage. A creature must make the save when it enters the sphere or ends its turn in it. Level 7 Artificers receive Flash of Genius. Now when you or a creature you see within 30 feet rolls a skill check or saving throw, you can use your reaction to add your intelligence modifier to the roll. You can use this a number of times equal to your intelligence modifier between long rests. Level 8 Artificers earn our final ability score improvement, Bump Up Wisdom. Remember, this means you gain another druid spell. For your new spell, keep having fun. Your character level 17 now, Infestation now does 4d6 poison damage. Level 9 Battlemaster Artificers gain Arcane Jolt. Now when you hit with a magic weapon or your Steel Defender hits a target, you do one of 2 effects. You can deal an extra 2d6 force damage, or you can choose one creature that you can see within 30 feet of the creature you hit and heal them 2d6. You can do this a number of times equal to your intelligence modifier. For your Battlesmith spells, Aura of Vitality creates a healing aura within a 30-foot radius of you. While you maintain the spell for 1 minute, you can heal any creature within the aura, including you, by 2d6. Conjure Barrage causes a piece of non-magical ammunition you fire or throw to become a 60-foot cone. Each creature within the cone must make a dex save or take 3d8 on a failure. Not gonna lie, the movie would have ended a lot differently if you had a shotgun. Level 10 Artificers now have Magic Item Adept. You can attune up to 4 magic items, and crafting common and uncommon magic items takes a quarter of the time and half the cost. For your new infusion, choose what you want. For your new spell, keep having fun. You get a new cantrip here as well. Our final level is level 11 Artificer, and you receive Spell Storing Item. Now, after you finish a long rest, you can touch one item, such as a spellcasting focus or a weapon, and hide within it a 1st or 2nd level Artificer spell of your choice, as long as the casting time is 1 action. And when you cast this spell, it's without a spell slot. There's a lot of good spells that may come in handy in emergency, like Blur, Invisibility, Air Bubble, and a few others. Now that we've hit level 20, let's recap. Your stats are Strength 8, Dex 10, Con 12, Intelligence 20, Wisdom 18, Charisma 14. Your total levels are Druid 9, Artificer 11. Let's dive in. You never have to get your hands dirty. Your construct will always be there for you to defend you and attack your enemies, dealing 1d8 plus 6 plus 2d6. You can also summon multiple creatures to fight for you as well. Even if you want to get your hands dirty, you can deal damage at range, which is 4d6 with several attacks. Hell, with this build, if you want to break narrative, you're actually pretty good in combat, but only if you want to. You also have some pretty nice abilities. You can add a d4 to saving throws or skill checks, make people immune to frighten, add a d6 to any roll, subtract a d6 from any roll, heal, and give them temporary HP. Downside. Firstly, you have 2 spellcasting modifiers, so you're going to need to pay attention when you cast spells. But you're a tech druid, so this was always going to be confusing and messy. Secondly, you can't really fight for yourself. Narratively, this build is all about using your construct and summoning to fight for you. That being said, because of your battle ready feature, infusions, plus extra spells I didn't give you, you can actually make yourself a good fighter. Finally, your total health taking the average is 120, so maybe you don't want to be a frontline fighter anyway. Stay back and let the party and your minions do all the fighting for you, all while you plan the greatest practical joke of all time. Sing the Silver Shamrock song and count down the days. Halloween is right around the corner. Make sure to like and subscribe to not miss next week's final Halloween special. It's time for the spirit of Halloween himself. From the movie Trick or Treat, it's Sam.